All right. Everything is working today, and we are live on both Facebook and YouTube. Here we go. Oh, all right. We are good now. Officially on Facebook. Hi, guys. My name's Lynn Clementi Hicks. Just in case it's your first time catching one of my live streams, please stick around today. It's a special episode where you guys get to ask me anything. Usually, I just talk on and on about the things that I want to talk about. But over the weekend, we got to see some friends that we don't normally get to see, and they had a lot of questions and made me think, well, what questions do you have? So, I'm going to pull up chat. I'm going to let you guys kind of file into place here. Just kidding. That sounded weird. I don't know why I said that. I'm pulling up chat. Feel free to say hi. Hello, Elliot and Marcus and Dad. And I know Mom won't be here today. I was reminded twice today. But she'll be watching the replay. So hi, Mom, in the replay. That was kind of fun. Here we go. All right. Facebook chat's on. And YouTube chat is on. We're live. All right. So, friends, we're going to, I'll kind of I'll intro us today, but Marcus says, hello, I am chat. Hi. Oh no. Oh, my hotkeys aren't working. Thought everything was working today, but I guess not everything. Well, that's okay. Luckily, there's always a backup for everything. So, guys, here's what we're going to do today. First of all, we might be keeping this one a short one. And by short, I mean within 20 minutes. So by 6:20, I might be wrapping this up. And that's so that I can have a quick dinner and then possibly go to Teen Club tonight because my presence has been requested. No, I'm not a teenager, but I feel pretty darn special that I can hang with teenagers. So I'm going to chat a little bit about our holiday weekend and kind of how it was, our experience. Was different for us this year than any other year. But if you have any questions about fostering, our thoughts on adoption, our experience going through infertility, where we are in life, my thoughts on the World Cup, my other hobbies, anything at all, anything that you've always kind of wondered about, the extra little something, go ahead and ask anything. And if something seems awkward or I guess weird or something that I don't want to answer, don't worry about it. I'm not going to make you feel bad for it for sure. But I'll do my best to answer in the best way I can. World Cup prediction. So I'm going to stick to the team that I predicted at the beginning of the World Cup, and this is not based on any of the recent play or anything, and I'm pretty sure that they still have a chance. But Spain is my prediction. And do you want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. Maybe I already told you, Elliot. I don't think I did, though. So at the last World Cup, France won. And that was coincidental because Bert and I had gone to Paris on our honeymoon, and we saw France qualify for the World Cup. And so this year, because I went to Spain, I'm thinking, it's got to be me. It's whatever country I visit, that's got to be what predicts who wins the World Cup. All right, I like that you guys are really riding the World Cup. I love this. Marcus is here. You can't say Switzerland. Rude. I know. Well, also rude. I'm not saying the U.S., right? Will U.S. beat Iran tomorrow? I think we can do it. I really do. I think it's going to be a closer game than England and Iran. England beat Iran. What was it? 6-0 or something. It was pretty big. I might be getting that score wrong. But then Iran beat Wales. We tied Wales. And then we held on and tied England. So it kind of seems like we should be able to beat Iran based on that. But Iran might also, they're fighting, just as hard to win. However, I think if they tie Yeah, if they tie us, then they're through. So they just need a tie or for us to lose, and then they're through. Hi, Kelly. Thanks for saying hi. The last Euro, Switzerland knocked out France. Yeah, there you go. Switzerland, I don't even know if they're playing in the World Cup. Like, I'm sorry. Are they in the World Cup right now? Okay, I guess they are, because Marcus is saying neither USA nor Switzerland will win, but they may qualify for the next round. Okay. And sorry, Marcus, I haven't been following Switzerland, but from here on out, I promise to, I will. I'll go catch up on all their stats so that I'm ready for those questions next Monday. But yeah, I'm excited. I do think that USA can get through to the next round. This was a fun little World Cup recap. I don't know. That's my logic on it anyway. So I think, yeah, it'll be England and USA, which is exciting to get through in our group. So what else is going on? So we watched the World Cup with friends on Friday in Minnesota. We drove to Minnesota with our foster daughter. I'm just going to call her daughter moving forward, and hopefully that won't confuse any of the regular viewers, but that'll make things a lot easier for me to just kind of share stories. So we took our daughter, who's 13 years old, to Minnesota with us to meet Bert's side of the family for the first time. And guys, it went awesome. She's so good with younger kids, and she did this with my my nephews too, my brother and Kelly's kids. She's so good at, like, connecting with them. Like, she watches and then figures out how they like to play, and then she just engages with them, and they just love it because she gets down on their level. She's active, she's got a lot of energy, and it was fantastic to watch her, not just like sit back and kind of like watch everyone else, but actually get involved and participate. And it was a lot of fun. So, and I have no idea what's going on internally for her, emotions and feelings and everything, but on the outside, it looks like she was comfortable. Yeah. Oh, Marcus, I will follow Switzerland for you. I've been following, other people, like other friends, teams, because their countries they're from. I don't know why I would leave out Switzerland. So I'm back on there. So we saw friends, watched the US game when a lot more friends showed up than I was realizing were coming. So we got to see a lot of people that we haven't seen since over the summer or even last year. All of them have babies and or are pregnant. And that was a little, I wasn't going to share this part, but it's coming out anyway. It was a little rough to emotionally be around that. So I took my moments to kind of just step away, acknowledge those feelings, and say, okay, but also I don't get to see these friends very often, so let's catch up, let's do this. And I did, and I got through it. And it's not like I was mad about being there or anything, but those conflicting feelings of joy of seeing friends, and then like the pain of like, oh, I want what everyone else here has. That's okay to have both of those feelings. To be able to hold conflicting feelings like that it's not easy, and it's something that takes practice and therapy. Honestly, I've been working on that for years with therapy. Christy, hi. So Christy's who we stayed with. That's Bert's sister, and she's poking fun here because I told them my coworker is he's from Serbia originally, and he went to the World Cup, and he was at the World Cup games for Serbia, and I told them because I was just so proud to know somebody actually at the World Cup. But she's teasing because I brought it up many times, so haha, very funny. But now everybody knows. Okay, Shaka plays for Switzerland and Arsenal, FYI. Shaqiri, another Swiss player, plays for the Fire. Who's the Fire? I'm just kidding. I honestly, stopped following the Fire probably 10 years ago. I don't know. Just bad feelings. I don't know. I don't like them. If they would do better, maybe I'll follow them again. Thanks, Christy. Love you. I know that you're poking fun of me means love. Oh my gosh. And by the way, visiting with Bert and his sister, it's like they're like magnets that attack. And I mean that in a loving way, but man, they love to gang up on me a bit, in a loving way. But sometimes I'm like, guys, what did I do to deserve this? But they poke a lot of fun. That's their way of showing affection, and it's fun. I love visiting with them. It feels like home. It's like a home away from home. So, and Christy has a Poshmark store that I didn't know about, and so when orders were coming in, I got to help her bag up her orders for Poshmark. She's, finds some great stuff. I won't give away her secrets and stuff, but she's selling some awesome stuff on Poshmark, and which is like a used clothing site. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this. It's an app and a website. So it was kind of fun helping out with that and watching, and I don't know. I liked the whole time that we were there. The whole visit was really pleasant. My one nephew was sick the whole time, so he was kind of quarantined in his room. So we'll definitely have to make a visit back up soon so that we actually get to hang out with him too. The other nephew was a ball of energy the entire time, and he likes being rolled up in blankets on the floor. This is the game we play, and turn him into a roll of sushi or like a burrito. And he's like, make me a burrito, make me sushi. And it was like nonstop. He just loves it so much. So, yeah, you can see I'm smiling so much because it brings me so much joy thinking about the fun that we have with family. And guys, just in case you missed it, if you have any questions at all for me, I'm an open book today, anything about anything. And I'm probably gonna keep this maybe only 10 more minutes because I'm gonna try and go to Teen Club tonight. Sorry for those of you that had to hear that twice. Okay. The other part I was gonna chat about, what was I gonna? It was at the tip of my tongue. It was a heap of fun, Marcus. It really was. The bad part about my job is around the holidays, specifically around Thanksgiving, we host pickup tournaments for soccer and volleyball. And we take the time off for leagues, but in my department, we run pickup games because there's people that are in town or visiting friends from out of town that want to play together. And I offer a service that allows them to do that. And it's become tradition for specifically these soccer players. So I have to kind of deal with the last minute schedules and tasks of making sure that all goes off without a hitch on Friday after Thanksgiving. So that means I'm working a little bit on Wednesday and Thursday and even Saturday and Sunday and Friday. So yeah. Okay, have fun at swimming lessons. Bye, Christy. Oh my gosh, they do so much, those kids. It's crazy. And it's awesome how active they are, and they're so good. I don't know, start them young, right? Like that's the thing. And they're so good at hockey and soccer and swimming and pretty much anything they want to do. Okay, this is a great question. Thank you for asking this one. Did you get to parent teacher conference last week, and how is it to be on the parent side? Fabulous question. So yes, first ever parent teacher conference in the books. We did it via Zoom because it was during the day. I had to be at work, and Bert, works from home. So we were both able to meet with the teacher, even though we're in different places. It's fantastic that they offer that option now, both online and, in person. It's short. You only get 15 minutes. Luckily, the teacher had no one after us, so we actually took up probably closer to 25 minutes of his time, and he was just it seemed like so excited to tell us about how he interacts with our daughter and how she sits in the front of the class and she raises her hand, and how other students are drawn to her, and she's a leader, and it's really cool to see another adult's perspective of her. And hear her strengths and what she needs to work on. And it was really helpful to have a conversation and ask certain questions, because we get the stories from her at dinner time about how her day was. And we're so lucky that she actually shares with us. Because I remember there's a certain age that I got to where, you get that question, how was your day? Fine. How was school? good. There's nothing beyond that, but we're still in a place now where we actually get to hear stories of how things are actually going at school. So there were a few things we actually wanted to talk about, and the teacher kind of, we could read his body language on some of the things we were bringing up, where he had to kind of answer in a, school approved way versus from an opinion point of view. But it was enough for us to feel very comfortable that he's her main teacher, and I feel like she's in great hands, and I'm thankful. Like, parent-teacher conferences are the best. I wish they'd happen all the time. But luckily, he said, if there's ever a time we wanted to check in or share with him, like something on our end, that we can reach out anytime, which is really cool. So I don't know I haven't seen Kim say hi yet today. I don't know if she's watching. She might be burning dinner. Just kidding. But she's a teacher, and I know, she's kind of shared how parent-teacher conferences are as a teacher sometimes. So, Kim, if you're listening and if you want to weigh in, please feel free. And I see the next question here. How's basketball? So basketball, we found out after after asking her when does it start? I don't know. What's the schedule? Who's the coach? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I was finally able to hear back from someone at the school. They said, basketball doesn't start until January. And it's, this is who the coach is. Like, okay, good. We haven't missed anything yet. We didn't mess anything up. So yeah, that's coming in January. I think December is going to be kind of super busy with holidays, and they get time off and everything. So that's probably why they're wrapping up the fall season time off, then the winter season. How was my day, Marcus? Thank you for asking. I've been in like an up and down kind of funk lately. Despite being super happy to visit family and everything, I've been I don't know what the word is for it. Thanks for asking, though. That wasn't an answer. I got you. How was my day? My day was fun, productive. Coming back from a holiday weekend, and my friend who's at the World Cup, he's still there, so I have to help cover some of his stuff. I don't know. It was productive. I spend a lot of time at work, and I shouldn't say a lot of time. I spend time at work also doing, like, making sure we're staying on top of appointments and responding to text messages from people reaching out about my daughter for various things. Like, hey, we need to make doctor's appointments. We need to make sure that, the schedule is, straight. Who's taking her, who's responsible for what, it's a lot of like coordination between me and Bert. We're used to, like, personal coordination used to just be like, hey, what do you want for dinner? Or, hey, do you want to hang out with so-and-so this weekend? Now it's like, that plus, are we staying on top of all the other things we need to be doing? Are we getting paperwork done on time? Are we getting, is there anything that we were expecting that didn't come yet? And there's a lot of, other people in our daughter's life that we are trying to stay connected to. And that alone can be, I don't know, time consuming, I guess. And also sometimes you're reaching out and hoping, to get to build a relationship, and it's, that's tough too. It might not be, it's hard. It's kind of like all done through text versus, face to face or through calls where you can hear somebody or pick up on, how their feelings versus, in text it's really hard to get a read on people. So I feel like life lately hasn't necessarily been about me. And I feel like I'm letting like self-care a little bit like slip. And I realize I haven't been drinking enough water. And it seems like such a simple thing, but every night I go to bed thinking, wow, I really didn't have a lot of water today. And I feel like if I need to take one step in the right direction, it would be, Lynn, just drink enough water. Step 1. Step 2, wake up a little early. Do like a 15-minute, workout movement or something. I don't know. There's not a lot of private time. Like I used to complain about not having time when it was just me and Bert in the house, and now there's no private time. I have to make it, with just a little bit longer of a shower or a little bit longer in the bathroom, which I understand why parents do that. So I don't know. Yeah, today was good. It was productive. It was just I guess another day kind of how things have been lately. Yeah. Hi, Kim. Yeah, and if Kim, your hands are greasy and messy from dinner making, but if you get a chance and you have anything to input on a teacher's side of parent-teacher conferences, feel free to leave that in the comment. I will. Right after the live stream, I will go chug a whole glass of water. That's the good thing, is when I do need water, I'm able to, like, an entire pint of water down the hatch, no problem, without taking a gasp of air. I don't know. I'm kind of proud of that. I can't do that with anything else, just water. It has to be like room temperature. That's my fave. All right. Any other questions, guys? This was fun. I do have something that's like on my mind that it's making me a little stressed out. I committed to 2 things that I'm not prepared for. Not related to my daughter at all. One is next Wednesday, I'm going to be doing stand-up, right? I know. Lynn, you're not funny. I hear you guys. I hear you, but I can be funny for 5 minutes if I plan it out, I'm pretty sure. So I will be doing stand-up comedy with my friend Spark. I've been a co-host or co-producer on this show for over a year now, and now he asked me to step up and actually co-host with him this time, which means I have to do a 5 to 10 minute set. I'm aiming for 5 minutes, okay? And we're gonna see if I can make people laugh a little bit, okay? Have I written my set? No. Do I have some ideas? Yeah, a little. Okay, we'll see where that goes. So next Friday, for Spark, who's a good friend of mine, he asked if I would help with, I don't know if this is a groom's dinner or rehearsal dinner or whatever, but there's going to be a lot of out-of-town guests there, and he asked if I would run bingo or trivia. I asked him recently, I'm like, hey, so what's going on with these? I'll reach out this week. I need more time than that. This is very on brand for Spark, and I get it, and it's fine, and I know it'll be fine. But I'm going to be helping him out and entertaining a whole bunch of strangers in person, affiliated with their wedding, which is very exciting. So, oh my God. All right, let me catch up on your comments really quick. Kelly's asking if there's any adoption updates. No updates other than if we move forward with adoption, we will be using the company RG Adoption to help us through the process. That means they'll help us prepare for the home study and prepare for which agencies we want to partner with. They'll help us sort through offers that we get. I don't think they're called offers, but I'm using that for lack of a better word because I don't remember the word right now. But basically, if like a match comes our way, we don't have to say yes, right? We look to make sure that that is a match that we want to take. So they'll help us sort through that. They'll answer our questions. Because if you are going through adoption and working with an agency, a lot of times people will just work with one agency, and agencies don't necessarily have the time to hold your hand through the whole process. They kind of prefer adoptive parents who have done their homework and that know the process. So that's why we're going to use someone else to help us with the process so that we can kind of move along a little bit quicker if we do it. So that's where we're at with that. I feel like there was one other thing I wanted to include with that, but if it comes to me, I'll bring it up. Thank you, Amy. I will try to have fun at teen night. I hope that, whatever, I don't know, we're going to do some crafts. I better put my gym shoes on. Who knows? How quickly can I chug a pint of beer? Has to, I don't know. I don't like chugging really cold things, so not very fast at all. And I'm too old to chug beers. Kim said sitting up front could be she was placed there to keep an eye on her, or she chose it herself to help her focus. So actually, coincidentally, Kim, we have to take her to the eye doctor. So last Tuesday, I forgot, this was the day before we left for Minnesota. We took our daughter to see The Lion King, the Broadway production, downtown Chicago. Guys, if you haven't seen this, it is so good. I was blown away. I smiled the entire time. The energy was great. The colors were great. The singing, the costumes, the set, it was fantastic. See The Lion King if you ever get the chance, okay? And we sat all the way up at the top, like fourth from the last row in the entire theater, and still had an incredible view. It was, awesome. And those tickets, like you can go sit downstairs for like, 200 something bucks, or you can sit where we were, like $35 a ticket. So just letting you know, like, you can go to the show. Everyone can go to the show if you're in Chicago. But the reason I brought this up is because they picked me up from work on, because I work closer to downtown. So they picked me up, and she was wearing my glasses when I got in the car. I'm like, why are you wearing my glasses? She's like, well, I found them in the bathroom. I'm like, okay, well, they look good on you and it's super cute, but why? Why are you wearing them? Like, aren't things blurry? She's like, no, actually I can see better. I'm like, oh my gosh. So long story short, Kim, I think she's sitting up front because she can't see the board. So we have an eye doctor appointment for her this week. We're going to go and get this resolved. So yeah, we asked her, we're like, hey, have you been to the eye doctor? She's like, yeah, I don't need anything. We should have been more specific. We should have asked for proof of going to the eye doctor and not taking her word for it, but she's going this week. All right, Elliot's asking, where am I doing stand-up? Elliot, I will be at Lincoln Lodge Wednesday night. I will, I don't know if the tickets are on sale yet. I will, I'll share them with you once it's good to go. So Lincoln Lodge next week. Tickets, I think we sell tickets for like $10 or something like that. Anyway. Oh, Marcus, I'll try and set up a recording of it. We'll put it on the channel. Okay. If it's good, if I tank and nobody laughs, I'm not putting it up. That is it. Elliot, you're so excited. Okay. Kim is saying, oh, I think she's giving us code for what this means. Leader could mean she's a good leader and gets people to work, or that people follow her into doing unacceptable things. I do think it is both. She can certainly influence the other students to do their work. And I know this because she's told us stories about how the teacher asks her to set a good example and to get the kids to work. And I certainly know for a fact that she can lead them into also being disruptive. Like she'll laugh and then other people will laugh and then the teacher's lost control of class. So yes, leader is certainly both of those things. But yes, thank you, Kim. Elliot. Oh my God. Okay, so Elliot will film it. I'll put him on that duty, or Bert will. It'll be no problem. You're a great storyteller. Maybe that's a good foundation for stand-up. That's what I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna do like a storytelling, like, and sprinkle in the funny bits and stuff and see how that goes for me. I like starting my stand-up with a question that makes people laugh, like, well, never mind. I can't hear you laugh, so I'm not going to do any of it now. Maybe I'll, no, I'm not going to test it out, because if I don't get the reaction, I don't know if it's working or not. So anyway, guys, all right, I am already 7 minutes later than I wanted to be. I think Amy was trying to hint at me that I was supposed to get going. So I'm going to go to Teen Club. First, I'm going to have some dinner and then go to Teen Club. And I'll see you guys next week. I'm going to roll the credits. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Bye. Here it is. This? Nope, none of my buttons are working. I guess no credits today. We're just going to fade to black. All right, guys. Bye. And I'll go drink some water.